Hello, beautiful souls. I wanted to jump on here really quickly and do a little short video about something that came up for me yesterday. Somebody posted on a local community group and asked for recommendations for animal Reiki people. And I was completely blown away by the amount of people in that community group who recommended me, people who I've worked with in the past. And that's not the reason why I'm talking to you here. I've not just hopped on to blow my own trumpet. I wanted to talk to you about a comment that was put by somebody. And the comment was, try a vet, it might be more helpful. And I wanted to talk around that a little bit because actually, not every reason an animal or person comes to see a Reiki practitioner is because they need a vet. And good practitioners will advise you to see a vet if your animal is sick or you are sick and you need to see a doctor. And in actual fact, if we've been contacted by somebody whose animal is in a great deal of pain or experiencing some sort of illness, we are duty bound by law to advise the human to take that animal to the vet. So I have a dream. And I'm not convinced I'm going to see it in my lifetime, but I hope the next generation will see it. And that is that allopathic medicine and holistic medicine can work hand in hand with an integrative approach. And really, the outcomes will be better for everybody then, if that can happen. And so I just wanted to talk about the reasons why perhaps people might seek out a Reiki practitioner. And the most common reason I have for non-Reiki people, so people who don't really know anything about Reiki, but they just seek you out looking for something. The most common reason is that the medical profession, whether that be veterinary or human, has told them that there's nothing more that they can do. They're just going to have to live with a lifetime of life-limiting symptoms. And that's where people seek out something other than what they consider to be the norm. And so it's just, I didn't get cross because I thought that's a really good opportunity to come on and actually speak about this. There have been scientific studies, many of them now, actually, both within the animal Reiki community and in the human Reiki, where they have done proper scientific trials with a control group, a group of people receiving sham Reiki, or I prefer fakey Reiki, and people receiving real Reiki from real Reiki practitioners. And the outcomes are always better for people who are receiving the real deal. They have been able to measure the frequency coming out of a Reiki practitioner's hands and shown that that frequency actually changes, shows that their brain waves shift and change as they're working. And therefore, I think this goes beyond woo-woo these days. This goes beyond mere placebo. And when you're working with animals, it really does take the placebo argument out of the equation. And I love it if I can get on board with a vet or a doctor and actually work hand in hand. And some of the magical outcomes that we've had, and that this goes with animal communication as well, where you communicate with an animal, you're picking up the source of the problem rather than where it's manifesting in a body. And the human goes back to the vet or back to the doctor and says, please, will you test this? Please, will you look here? And the vet does. And then they realize that that's the root cause of the problem that needs treating. This is when an integrative approach really, really helps. So when we see comments like that, if you're a Reiki person, don't get defensive, don't get angry. We're not in the business of trying to make people believe what we believe any more than we want people to try and make us believe stuff that we don't believe. So it's just worth saying, though, that a good Reiki practitioner will get you to sign a consent form, will make sure you're having veterinary care if you've got an animal that's sick, will make sure you see a doctor if you're unwell, and won't just, pass it off for some sort of woo-woo reasons. We can work hand in hand together with the allopathic system and support people. Reiki can help with stress. It can help with pain. Again, this has been scientifically proven now. This is not just some line I'm tripping out here. And it can also help with end of life care. I know that that can seem a bit of a stretch for people. Well, why are you giving healing when somebody, whether that be animal or human, is going to die? And I can tell you now, this is something I've done an enormous amount of work with. I think because the universe knows that I can cope with it, and I find it the most beautiful thing to be able to help an animal or a person to cross over to the other side by putting them into a place of calmness, by easing some discomfort. I can tell you that that Reiki process can just help an enormous amount. It doesn't change the inevitable, of course not. But if we can help to ease that journey, and I've watched souls come in to collect their friends or their family, whether that be animal or human, because I've heard a couple of times certain people say animals don't have souls, and I'm here to tell you now that's not true. So all of this, just working together, just respecting one another's opinions is the way forward. And so I just wanted to hop on and just chat about that. So I really appreciate you listening. And if you could like, comment, follow me, subscribe to my channels, all of that stuff, I would be super, super grateful, because I'm just one little person trying to change my little corner of the earth with this stuff. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.